Hey all, this is Sharif with you to Vivado and begin setting up our project. So go ahead and select Create New Project, click Next, go ahead and give your project a name, and go ahead and choose a location of where you'd like to save your project. Make sure you select RTL project, and make sure you uncheck Do Not Specify Sources at this time. Then click Next. Here is where we're going to create our VHDL file. Now, make sure before you do anything that your target language and simulator language are both VHDL. Not Verilog, but VHDL. Once you've done that, go ahead and create your file. Give it a name. I'm going to give my VHDL file the name of Project 1. I choose a location, Project 1, and then click OK. Make sure you've added it in there, then click Next. For our purposes, we're not going to use the IP thing, the IP option, so we're going to click Next. The constraints file, go ahead and add the file in the XDC file. Then click and make sure copy constraints file into the project. Once you've done that, you're going to select your part. So the first thing you want to do is go to speed. Make sure it's at -1. The temp rate is at C, and the package is at CPG6. That's going to give you 3 different parts. Make sure you select the second one, which has 90 DSPS and 50 block RAMs and 41600 flip-flops and 20,800 LUT elements. Once you've selected that, go ahead and click Next. And now you are ready to set up your project and start coding. So go ahead and click the project. And then it brings you here. Now you want to this is where you I guess kind of start designing the basics of your VHDL file. Since this lab we just have inputs and outputs of just switch on and switch off for the LEDs. I'm just gonna do mine in data flow as we've learned in class. And for this tutorial, I'm just gonna go ahead and do one switch and one LED, and then you guys can do the rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and assign one input and one output. So one switch, one LED, and I'm gonna name my architecture data flow. And I'm gonna click OK. Alright, so go ahead and just open up the VHDL file. So as you can see here, I already have my switch and LED already declared in my entity. Once I've done that, I can go ahead and begin my code. So in this case, I'm doing just one LED. Oops. And that's it. Since I'm doing it in data flow, just have switch 0 going to LED 0. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to come here to my file and make sure that I've enabled the switch and LED that I want to use. So since we're only using switches and LEDs, and I'm only using one switch and one LED, I'm going to go ahead and uncomment one switch. Now I'm taking off these brackets and curly braces because I've already named my switch something else, and I would like it to correspond with what I've named it. Same thing goes with my LED. So I'm going to go ahead and just uncomment one switch and one LED. Alright, once I've done that, make sure that they're both uncommented and ready to be used. I'm going to save my constraints file. My code has been set up. And now I'm ready to program my code to my FPGA. So after you've done all of this, this is where everyone's, I guess, having a lot of trouble, but this is what you need to do, and you have to pay very close attention to this. Otherwise, you may get a lot of errors, you may get a lot of warnings. Depends on what you've done. Let me indent there. All right.